Hello people, here are my Viper setups and post-plant lineups for 4 A sites in Valorant. This is a continuation to the last video, which is the 4 B sites in Valorant, so definitely go check out that video, link is in the description. And we just hit about 260 plus subscribers lately, so thank you so much for the support, and if you end up enjoying this content, don't forget to leave a like, drop a comment, and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. But anyways, that's enough of me, let's go straight into the video. So let's start it off with Breeze. So before the round begins, you want to go over here to this corner of the barrier right over here. You're going to take out your toxic screen, and I want you to align that toxic screen on the minimap so that it hits that box right there by the entrance. Once that's done, you're going to look over here, over to these 3 metal panels over here. You're going to stand right at the edge of the third one, just like that. From here, you're going to notice that there's this box right over here. Pay attention to the top right corner of that box. You're going to take out your poison cloud and you're going to align the top right tip of your toxin bar right there on the top right tip of that box. Once the barrier is down, you're going to do a jumping throw and make sure to throw as you're jumping up into the air. If done right, this poison orb should land right there on yellow. Now the reason why I want the toxic screen to go over that box on the left is because it's going to be able to cover you from anybody who's peeking from staircase right over there. And the reason why I like to place the poison cloud right over here is because some people stand on yellow and then try to shoot you through the toxic screen because they have a pretty good elevation and they can see through it. Although most of the time I would like to keep my poison orb for the sake of the post-plant lineup. Speaking of the post-plant lineup, here it is. So the spike is planted over there, and what you want to do is you want to start running all the way over here to this bell right over here. You're going to tuck yourself into this corner right over here between the bell and the rock. From the bell and the rock, you're going to notice these windows right over here. I want you to pay attention to the right set of windows right over there. Now on the right side, you're going to pay attention to the first panel, and you're going to pay attention once again to the bottom right corner of that window that I specified. Now you're going to take out your snakebite ability, and I want you to align the top right tip of your E ability's green thingy right there on the tip that I specified. My ping should be there to guide you. Once that's done, you're going to fire up your poison like normal. And it's going to take a bounce off the pyramid and land right there on the spike. Up next, you have the Viper setup for split. So at the start of the round, you want to go over to this store right over here. There's this pyramid with a shoe in the middle. You want to stand right there on the right side. From here, you're going to take out your toxic screen, and I want you to align it so that it covers the entrance of ramps and heaven. Once that's done, you're going to fire up your wall just like that. And from here, you're going to run all the way to that corner right over there. From this corner, you're going to look up and you're going to notice that there's 2 windows right over there. I want you to pay attention to the bottom left part of that bottom window right over there where my crosshair is. After that, you're going to take out your poison orb, and I want you to align that white spot above the right mouse button icon, which is above your poison orb ability. Right there on that corner that I specified. Once that's done, you're going to do a jumping throw. Make sure to throw just as you're jumping up into the air. And it's going to land right there, and it's going to cover screens. The good thing about this poison cloud is that you can pick it up for the post plant, or you can leave it there and it would provide a good cover from screens. And now for the post plant lineup. So the spike is planted there safely, and you want to start running all the way back to that area where you fired your poison orb. Right here on this corner. From this corner, you're going to look up and you're going to notice that there's this tiny bit of that roof that's sticking out right over there. I want you to pay attention to the tip of it. Now you want to place your crosshair in the middle of the tip of that roof and that building on the left. Just like that. You're going to take out your poison and you're just going to fire it up. It's going to take a bounce and land right there on the spike. And now the Viper setup for Haven. So once the barriers drop, you want to tuck yourself onto this corner right over here. And you want to make sure that your wall hits that corner right over there. It's that simple. Once you have that aligned, you're just going to fire up your wall. After that, you want to clear a long and then stand in this corner right over here. From this corner, you're going to place your crosshair right there on the tip of that roof over there. I'm specifying it with my crosshair right now. You're going to aim it right there, take out your poison orb, and then just do a regular jumping throw. Your orb should land in heaven, but this would make it very difficult to pick up for the post-plant lineup, so keep that in mind. Something that I like to do with this setup is sneak all the way to hell just by doing this and then surprising the enemies. That is if you don't have the spike. But anyways, let's move on to the post-plant lineup. So the spike is planted right there, and what you want to do is you want to start running all the way to that same corner where you fired your poison cloud. And from this corner, you're going to look up, and I want you to pay attention to that second bump right over there where I'm specifying with my crosshair. Yes. Now you're going to take out your snakebite ability, and I want you to align the top right tip of your poison bar right there on that corner that I specified. Once that's done, you're just going to fire it up like this. And if we're going to follow it, it will land right there on the spike. By the way, if you're enjoying the video so far, this is your sign to subscribe to the channel and help me get to 300 subscribers. Thank you for the support, people. And lastly, we have the setup for bind. So before the barriers drop, you want to go over to this corner right over here. From this corner, you're going to look into sight and you're going to take out your minimap. And I want you to align your Viper wall just straight ahead, just like that. After that's done, you're going to fire up this wall. Now the good thing about this wall is that it's going to cover you from anybody here in heaven. For the poison orb, I don't really have one specifically, so what I usually do is I just throw it over there onto lamps like that. And with this setup, you'll be able to enter sight. Now when you're entering sight, do take note that some enemies like to camp in this corner right over here, so be mindful of that. Once you've planted a spike, let's go to the post-plant lineup. So the spike is planted over there, and what you want to do is you want to start running all the way back here onto this corner right over here. From this corner, you're going to look up, and what you're going to notice is that there's this yellow triangle thingy among the leaves, and it's pretty much the only yellow triangle in the middle of these leaves, so it's pretty obvious. What you want to do now is you want to place your crosshair right there on the top right corner of that yellow leaf. You're going to take out your poison, and you're just gonna fire it up. And if we're going to follow the poison, it lands right there on the spike. Oh yeah, and one last tip before we conclude the video. So sadly, Riot decided to nerf Viper, even if she was pretty much balanced anyways. So now if you're using both her poison orb and her toxic screen, your toxic meter will run out 50% faster than usual. So with this in mind, when you're using these setups, make sure to enter sight as fast as you can. And yeah, that's about it. So anyways, that's the end of the video, and this video is sponsored by absolutely no one. But it could be sponsored one day if you help me get this video out there, so if you end up enjoying the content, don't forget to leave a like, drop a comment, and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. I know I haven't released a Viper setup, lineup content for the past few weeks, so thank you for being patient. Oh yeah, and one more thing, I'm planning to do a reading your comments series. I'm planning to start it very soon, but drop in the comments if you want to see that, because I don't know if I should do it or not. Check out my other socials, all the links will be in the description down below, and if you want the B-sites of the exact same maps, it should also be in the description below. And I would want to end this video by thanking all the 260 plus subscribers that have subscribed to my channel so far. Thank you for supporting me in my journey. So anyways, that's about it. Yeah, okay, bye-bye.